Right now at 5, we're following the developing story in Washington, D.C. We are 30 minutes away, less than 30 minutes. The U.S. Senate will return to business with the roll call without Kentucky's Senator Mitch McConnell. And late today, Governor Andy Beshear turning up the pressure once again on McConnell to prove he's still okay to serve, asking for video evidence. WHAS 11 News is in Washington covering it all. People in Washington and here at home have been taking in that photo released by McConnell and his statement that he's in rehab after falling last month. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We have a lot to tell you. I'm Doug Proffitt.
And I'm Connie Leonard. The longtime senator from Kentucky assured Kentuckians that he remains engaged in Senate business despite being unable to return to the floor in person to vote. Now, our political reporter, Isaiah Kim Martinez, is live for us in Washington, D.C. right now with the latest on McConnell's recovery.
And Isaiah, late today, the governor also pushing back on that statement, saying he needs to see video or an interview to prove McConnell can serve, or you can serve further. Are you hearing any of those same comments in Washington today?
Not from Republicans, Doug. It surely is a notable statement that the governor is making there, wanting more from the senator, and we'll get to that in just a moment. I do want to point out here on Capitol Hill, actually just behind me, down that stretch of offices you'll see kind of off in the distance, that's where Senator McConnell's office is, and we actually stopped by there, talked to some of his staff, including his spokesperson. They told me, listen, the senator is not back yet, not back for votes, but they are still working. It's business as usual as the U.S. Senate goes back into session, though. Back to the governor, Democrat Andy Beshear, his statement coming in just in the last hour or so. Here's what he said verbatim. Quote, while our office has not yet received a response from the senator or his office, his public statement offered a needed update that the people of Kentucky deserved. Moving forward, the senator should show he can meaningfully engage in his elected position through interviews, videos, or other means that can provide additional reassurance to our constituents. Very, very interesting there from the governor. And like I said, we were making our way through not just outside the senator's office, but also we went downstairs and we saw sort of the memorial that was growing for the late Senator Lindsey Graham as well. Now, I did have an opportunity to speak with Congressman Brett Guthrie, the Republican from Bowling Green, a Kentucky congressman. Here's what he had to say about McConnell's update that was sent in just yesterday evening.
Just my advice, if you have to be in a wheelchair, which I've seen him in a wheelchair, I think you have to protect yourself from falling, obviously. But I was with him in Edmonson County, I guess, into June, probably maybe right a couple weeks before the 4th of July break. And his mind is as sharp as ever. But yeah, it was difficult for him to walk. And I believe he'll show that same determination, be back on the Senate floor.
And if you heard Congressman Guthrie there, he says he does believe that the senator will be back on the Senate floor, will be voting again before his term is done. We still have about 6 months left of Mitch McConnell's term that ends on January 3rd. Now, like Doug and Connie have mentioned, that roll call procedural vote here is set for the next half hour or so. We'll be looking for some of Kentucky's delegation. Of course, Senator Rand Paul should be here for that, hoping to hear from him after. And I'll be sure to keep you guys updated in the 6 o'clock hour with everything that comes out of that. Doug, Connie.
Isaiah, did Congressman Guthrie talk about just the shock of hearing about Senator Graham?
He did, and he mentioned how that sort of adds to why so much of this is getting so much attention. You see, just any update from Senator McConnell, this is Brett Guthrie's words, was good news, just given how sudden Senator Graham and that news came in overnight, shocked so many people, not just around the country, but around the world. And you got this sense from Republicans, including Brett Guthrie, that they are just thankful that they have still Senator McConnell, not just with us, but communicating as well. Guys.